All right. Came back from taking a walk. Unfortunately, I tried to shoot a video out in the sun, but it was way too gusty to be able to hear what I was saying. Uh, but I feel a big sense of relief that food never has to bother me anymore because over the last 2 years, too many times I've wanted to do something with myself, and food cravings just intrude on it, right? Whether they be work related events or social events. Uh, the wrong food craving at the wrong time always seems to intrude. And I still refuse to believe that humans have to eat. Everybody's talking about how many people are going hungry during the pandemic. See, there are two sides of that coin, right? One is that we could find more food to feed these people. Two is, can we reduce the need for these people to eat, right? And I don't know why. I refuse to believe that after 5 million years here on planet Earth, humans have not found a way to relieve this one particular need, right? We've relieved a lot of needs in our lives, right? And I just refuse to throw in the towel. I'm not the kind of person to easily throw up the towel. And yeah, I've lost 25 pounds since the beginning of the pandemic as a result of my fasting. And so, unfortunately, I don't have enough. I enjoyed the last 2 years of my life. The unfortunate thing is I don't have another 25 pounds to lose. So it seems like the end of the road here, right? I don't enjoy the previous 2 years of my life where I was eating a lot, right? And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. The other thing is that last 2 years, my finances have looked a whole lot better now that I'm not spending so much money, eating, gorging myself to death. Unfortunately, I can't continue that financial path because I don't have another 25 pounds to lose. It's unfortunate. It really is. Uh, but maybe that's why I'm planning on saying goodbye because that's the only way to enjoy the freedom that fasting has brought me, right? So there are two ways I could say goodbye to the world with fasting, right? I could go on one long, continuous 1 2 month fast and pass away, right? Or I can continue to do what I've done over the last 2 years, which causes me to lose 1 or 2 pounds every month and then say goodbye that way, right? Um, Either way is fine with me. I think I'll probably end up doing a combination of those two, right? I already do a 40 some hour fast practically every month. Um, anyway, so if anybody is here, wants to leave a message or maybe I can panhandle a little bit. All right, maybe I'll get back to my satire panhandling. Got some change? Oh yeah, now that I'm actually hungry, it will look like that I'm desperate, right? Got some change. I haven't eaten in 18 hours. Got some change. Right. Got a pill that will relieve my need to eat. I'm starving. Haven't eaten anything for 18 hours. Anybody have that magic pill that relieves the need to eat? Anybody have a cure for our need to eat? But given the choice, see, you're never completely free if you need to eat, right? We talk about financial freedom, but imagine you're financially free, but you still have to rely on the fact that you can, even if you can grow your own food, right? You still have to rely on the fact that nobody's going to take your land away, that the climate is not going to change. Uh, Most people who are financially free don't even grow their own food, right? And so you're not free, you're not home free yet, even if you're financially free, right? I'd much rather be free of needing to eat compared to being financially free, right? I don't know. It always bothered me that I'm not free from needing to eat. It's always bothered me, even before I started intermittent fasting. Just the need to eat. Actually, I think if I relieve my need to eat, my financial freedom would increase a lot. So over the last 2 years, ever since I started intermittent fasting, I feel a whole lot financially freer as well. See, I do a lot of private tutoring, and sometimes I have a lot of difficulty with negotiating with clients. They want to cancel at the last minute. They have wacky schedules, just very undesirable working conditions, right? And I find that ever since I don't feel like I need to eat all the time, I find when I have wacky clients like that, it's so easy to get rid of them because I don't feel like I'm going to starve without them, right? Although starving is probably not the best word for it. I'm not going to suffer withdrawal symptoms from my eating addiction by getting rid of a client, right? When I was addicted to eating, sometimes I took on clients that I didn't like just so I could stuff myself, right? Hate to say eat because it technically wasn't even eat; it was feeding an addiction, right? Um, but ever since I've gotten over my addiction and I'm not living one fix to the next, right? I can actually live, right? I was limping along from one fix to the next in the past, right? And it caused me to do some undesirable gig work. Let's put it that way. And now I actually live, right? And I find that I'm a whole lot less nervous when I have to handle various things when I'm in a fasted state. I'll what else do I need to take care of? Oh, if there's something I need to negotiate at my work, and I'm already feeling good about how I'm going to negotiate it now that I'm in a fasted state. I just get very heavy-hearted after I eat, and also the idea that at the rate I was losing weight from my fasting. See, I lost 25 pounds in about a pound a month, right? If I keep losing a pound a month, I'll probably thin out by the end of 2022 and just fade away. Well, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm kind of pleased that whatever challenges I have over the next 12 months, I'll handle them in stride and then I'll just fade away. And they don't seem to bother me for some reason. It's kind of unfortunate, though. I really wish I could continue to fast like I have been for the last 2 years and not fade away, right? I'm averaging about 1,200 calories a day because of my alternate days. But I really wish I could just continue and just fade and not fade away, right? But unfortunately, anyway, I think somebody joined us. Do I have somebody on the line here? Anybody? Come on. Thought I had somebody here. But so good. I just wonder how it's going to be like at the end when I make that final hurrah at the end. Anyone here? The other thing about fasting is that I've been doing intermittent fasting for 2 years now, and a lot of my happiest memories from these last 2 years are kind of have become associated, conditioned with hunger, right? So some of the best times I ever had going to theme parks. I took up bowling a little over a year ago. Some of the bowling outings I've been at, some of the best dates I've been, both with a partner and without, right? Some of the best vacations I ever took. All of that has become very conditioned with fasting, kind of like Pavlov's dog, right? When I'm fasted, it brings all that happy feeling. And sometimes even when I'm starving to death, and I feel so happy from fasting that the happiness sometimes almost overrules. Just the other day, I was, how many hours fasted was I that day? 17, 18 hours. And I had a food craving, but instead of thinking about reaching for food, I actually thought about what game do I want to write next, right? So, or sometimes I'll get hungry and I'll think, oh, I need to go bowling. Right? I've completely lost the idea that hunger goes with food, right? And I love it because my bowling score has improved a lot. My social anxiety has improved a lot. I'm writing a new computer game every day, it seems like. Although lately I've been having so many scattered thoughts that I'll start 100 computer games and not finish any one of them. But that's okay with me as long as I have fun doing it. I'll find myself just walking randomly in various places I've never been at. And then I found this place in Mercer Island where I'm going to chill out in for the last days of my life. Although my friend was asking me why I worried about radon in the place that I'm living in, if I'm going to go to heaven from fasting. I love the quality of my life. I just don't necessarily like the length of it, that's all. And I love being healthy. But I can't believe I'm gonna make that trip. It feels like a long space mission, right? Like when we go to Mars, or right now as I speak, there's a mission to some of the Trojan asteroids at Jupiter. We're going to collect some samples from asteroids at Jupiter, fly back to Earth. And is that a mission? Is that a sample return mission? That one, Jupiter Trojan mission. Oh, it's going to cycle between the two asteroids and flying past Earth. That's very clever. I love sample return missions. When I go on vacation, sometimes I bring back a sample from the place. I wonder if it's possible to go on a sample return mission to heaven, take something back from heaven to Earth. I wonder if that's possible. Again, I'm not going to rule it out. Right? Life is all about. My mom gets very upset that I talk about the idea that humans could go without food. But true, no human has ever gone without food indefinitely. But I don't want to rule it out. And unfortunately, my mom refuses to even talk about that subject for some reason. She owned a business for some time, and there are a lot of things she discovered only because she didn't rule them out, right? She owned a bakery of all businesses, right? So obviously she doesn't like the idea of fasting. But never rule out something that has yet to be proven, right? Or disproven, right? I still believe humans can fast indefinitely. I'm not going to give up on that idea because I feel so good when I'm fasted. I feel so lousy every time after I eat. I get defensive, heavy-hearted, angry, depressed. No matter what I eat, I've tried all sorts of diet regimens, and I haven't found a way to be happy after I eat. And what I really love is now when I get hungry, the first craving I have is what computer game do I want to write, or do I want to go bowling? I can't believe I've completely reprogrammed my thoughts about hunger. I cannot believe it. I feel so good that I've reprogrammed myself from years of intermittent fasting and trying to distract myself. Yeah, unfortunately, everybody's away at the moment. I'll come back. It's 2:30 Pacific time. I think maybe not the best hour of the day. All right, I'll come back when it's closer to 24. Oh, one guest here. Somebody on here? Say something in the chat. Hey, oh, come on. Somebody wants to impersonate me again. I'm going to block that. Anybody else on here? Feel free to leave. Oh, come on. All right. Check back in when it's closer to 24 hours, then I guess.